Hi everyone, welcome back to the Pikmin 2 playthrough. This time I'll be going through the Bulblax Kingdom and I'm still on day 6. After I'm done with this cave, that'll be it for the Awakening Wood too. There'll be pretty much nothing for me to show about the area at all, except for like future enemies that appear in this place. Anyway, the Bulblax Kingdom is definitely easier than the Snaggered Hole. Simply put because, well, the boss at the end is not as tough. But there are some tough enemies inside and it's definitely tougher than the other caves in this area. So you still want to be careful. I believe I can take on this orange Bulborb with my purple Pikmin. I believe... Do orange Bulborbs not die as quickly? Well, I didn't lose a single Pikmin anyway, but I think orange Bulborbs don't get paralyzed or stunned by purple Pikmin as easily. That's... Maybe I just didn't get lucky, because I threw like 10 purples on this thing and it didn't get paralyzed for a single second. And I'm still using Paralyzed when I said I would use Stun. Tragic. Anyway, that was the only treasure here, so I can actually ignore the other orange Bulborb. A wise thing to do, if you ask me. Just go inside to the next level. It might also be because I want to keep this video short, unlike the previous one. It had a 40-minute recording time. Jeez. We got Fire Dweevils right there. That's for red Pikmin to take care of. Although purple Pikmin are probably even better, because they can paralyze them easily. And if they land on their head, which they didn't for some reason, it's pretty much an instant kill. Or almost, I guess. Not actually an instant kill, but they're much more vulnerable when you hit them on the head. That's what I'm trying to say. Miyamoto said he didn't like this type of view because it like turns the Pikmin into like chess pieces or dolls or something. That may be true, but it's extremely useful for getting stuff done. Yep, I completely missed that thing's head several times again. There, finally got some on this thing's head. If it's about to do an attack, these Dweevils, then it'll do it. Like there's no stopping it. To get this treasure, you're supposed to use red Pikmin, but I think you can just use yellows and throw them up here. Yeah, you can. Just mine the fire screen, please. Oh no, they're going like that? Okay, whatever. I thought they would go all the way around, but they didn't. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to throw some Pikmin here. You call them, and you lead them up to like up there. Yeah, that's how you do it. It's not what I had to do, though, thanks to yellow Pikmin. And that was it for this level. Or I should say sub-level. For some reason it's all called sub-levels. And that does make sense because we're going further underground. Oh, and here we have a Puffy Blowhog, I believe that's the thing's name. Or actually no, the Puffy Blowhog is the larger variant. This is like a smaller variant that's still very annoying. It basically doesn't harm your Pikmin so much that it just removes their petals. However, throwing a single purple Pikmin on it instantly makes it drop to the ground. In fact, throwing pretty much any type of Pikmin on it makes it drop to the ground. Don't know why there's female sheer grubs everywhere, but they're harmless. Yeah, throwing any types of Pikmin on these things basically just makes them go right to the ground. They're annoying because they're basically just there to turn your Pikmin back into leaf Pikmin. That being said, anytime you face them, there's usually eggs all over the place to turn your Pikmin back into their all-powerful flower forms. There we go. Ow. They can deal a bit of damage to your captains, but it's pretty much negligible, really. Anyway, I guess there's a white flower right there. I'm gonna make some more, Actually, I'm gonna use reds now. I used enough yellows on these candy pop buds. And reds, their only purpose is, like, it's not that it's their only purpose, but they deal lots of damage, so they're very practical in combat, but when it comes to fire, their, like, immunity, they're not that great, because every other type of Pikmin can pretty much take care of fire hazards in this game. And here's why you need white Pikmin for this cave. You don't need them for poison hazards, but you need them to dig up some stuff. A fossil in this case. Polymarinite shell. Mesmerizing. Actually, shouldn't I be doing it like this? Either way is cool. I'm just gonna quickly make most of my Pikmin flower Pikmin using this egg right here. Hopefully it has Middites in it. That means more nectar. Well, made a good portion of them more flower Pikmin. Unfortunately, I still have some purple leaves. I really don't like purple leaf Pikmin. They're so slow. They have a very hard time keeping pace with you. Makes me feel bad, you know? Makes me feel guilty that I can't keep up. This dungeon is going pretty smoothly. However, just make sure to take of these electric hazards and make some more purple Pikmin using I'll use some blues for this one. I really need lots of blues, but I have a lot right now with me. It's because I don't really have much yellows to spare now, and I have like over 20 blues. And there's some water hazards in this dungeon, I believe, but they don't matter that much, or at all, really. Just be concerned. Anyway, we have the beetles right here. I'm too lazy to look up their name. They're pretty harmless when they're alone, and they're not that dangerous when there's only a few of them, and there's a frog right there. This is why I don't really like purple leaf Pikmin. There we go. Thank you, all my purple Pikmin. You did a good job. Now, where's that beetle? It's pretty harmless that it's alone now. It's alone now that it is alone now, but I want to get rid of it anyway. Just because electricity is such a dangerous hazard in this game. It's instant death. I don't even want to show the cutscene that happens when your Pikmin get electrocuted, because it's just a cutscene to show your Pikmin died instantly. It's not one where it just interrupts you when you can still save them. For that monster that I killed, by the way, the Wollywog, that's basically like the cavern version. It doesn't have any coloration. Unknown merit. Still another treasure somewhere around here. Wait a moment. And throw a purple. Oh, cool! There's a golden iridescent beetle, something like that. It always has a treasure inside. You can instantly flip them using purple Pikmin, and once you've gotten the treasure out of it, it disappears forever. If you don't get the treasure out of it, it basically just goes back underground until you find it again. Nothing complicated, really. I believe there is a stinky variant somewhere around here, maybe? Probably not, actually. The first time you find the stinky variant is later on, or earlier on. Depends on which cave you visit first. Crystal King. And that's it for the treasures here. If you do see the poison variant, though, make sure to flip it 3 times. It's the one that gives you bitter sprays. Level 5. Sub-level 5. More orange bulborbs in a particularly dark area. It is kind of hard to see if your luminosity or brightness in your TV is not that very high, which can kind of enhance the experience. You know, add a scare factor to some monsters that you may not be able to see. Well, the generation of this level turned out pretty weird. 3 dead ends. For some reason. This means there's only one way through, and it's over here. Do I chance it? Do I throw all my purple Pikmin? I guess so. It worked last time. Okay, we can paralyze them. Good. That's all I wanted to know, really. And I used paralyze again. It's stun. It's stun that I really should be using. Because paralyze, that's like... It's the influence Pokemon had on me. Paralyze is a status effect that's supposed to last forever, while stunning is a status effect that only lasts for a single turn. more dwarf bulbarbs here. I don't believe they have treasure though. Ah! A bomb! Fortunately, I didn't lose any Pikmin, but yeah. Now bombs will start dropping from the ceiling, and a bomb kills a bunch of your Pikmin instantly. And if you guys want to see how devastating the effect can be on your Pikmin, just watch the catastrophic failure of my Pikmin 3 playthrough. Yep, or the stupid moments version, since it's right at the beginning, I guess. And it's the treasure we have to dig up. Oh, and another bomb, of course. And another bomb, of course! The game, yeah, we're at this part of the game now. The game is just gonna ridiculously throw bombs at us everywhere, especially near treasure that we have to dig up. You have plenty of time to react to them, but they're so dangerous if you don't save your Pikmin in time. Not to mention, especially your purple Pikmin. Those are important. We're not at the bottom level yet. I think it's 7 floors like the Snaggart hole was. And more orange bulbarbs. This is really the orange bulbarb kingdom, really. And a red candy pop bud, in case you want more Pikmin to deal with fire, even though you really don't need them. There's actually multiple orange bulbarbs here. I guess I'm gonna be a bit more cheap around the... I guess I'm gonna be a bit more cheap here. Yep, that's how I'm gonna be dealing with this thing. It has a treasure inside. Hopefully the only treasure. Can never get rid of this fire spring. And this treasure goes with the one that we had at the beginning, right? Of this cave? Kinda does. The Eternal Emerald Eye. I don't know why, but this reminds me of Resident Evil 4. Like a treasure from Resident Evil 4. Because it had treasures in that. It's one of those aspects you don't remember much about the game, but when it comes up, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. So, got Dweevils, orange bulbarbs, purple candy pop bud. Yes, we do. Just gonna go throw some more blue Pikmin in there. You know, you kind of have to wait like a few seconds for the Pikmin to sprout, but like it makes you think, why can't the flower just give you the same Pikmin back out immediately, like still just standing like that? And it would be kind of convenient if it did that, but it would also like lose the immersiveness of Pikmin being reborn, you know? So it's like justified that you can wait a bit longer. And I believe I did kill that Dweevil instantly by throwing a purple Pikmin on it. Once again, I am wrong about one of the aspects of the game. Who would have thunk it? Maybe purple Pikmin are just really overpowered. Because they sure are. They got nerfed terribly in the Pikmin 3. Okay, the orange bulbarb didn't have the treasure. Cave exit is over there. Oh, it's over there. It's a human skull! Or actually, no, not a human skull. Or is it skull? Something like that. Skull is a term that's... I didn't get like the proper pronunciation ever. Just because it's so tricky. I'll just say skull all the time though. Because why not? Is there a bomb that's gonna drop? Hope not. What do you know? A bomb dropped out of nowhere. This time it was after I dug up the thing though. So, give me a bit more time to react. But yeah, always have to be careful with those bombs that drop out of nowhere. Even more so if it's an enemy. Oh yes, there will be enemies that will drop out of the ceiling later in the game. And they're not always going to be easy enemies, let me assure you. I don't think it's a human skull. It looks more like a monster. Actually, I think it's a bulbarb skull. Yeah, because of the big eye sockets and whatnot. And the teeth. Not to mention it, like, appropriately fits the size of a bulbarb. Well, a Bulblax, really. And what do you know? We're at the final level, sub-level 7. Took a lot less longer to get here than it did with the Snaggered Hole. We can see the upcoming boss right from here, by the way, if you look carefully. It was actually the final boss of the previous game. However, well, let's just say it's not nearly as strong as it used to be, tragically enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and take some purple Pikmin, approach this thing. I think it only goes out when you get close with it with your captain. Yep. Then I'm just gonna start throwing purple Pikmin on its face. The Emperor Bulbax is considerably nerfed from the previous game. Besides the fact that it's much smaller, it also lost one of its moves. Like, it can't do the stomp attack anymore. You can't really deal any damage to it from its back, so you have to attack the face. And there's no more bomb. Well, there's still the bomb strategy, but there's not here for some reason. If you leave it alone, it goes back on the ground. Shockingly enough. So you can lame it out, much like pretty much with any monster in this game. And you can also just ignore it too. For the time being, anyway. Now, some of you may have noticed there's fire hazards all over the place here. What you're supposed to do is not use blue Pikmin to get the treasure beyond this, but, well, I'll explain once I beat the boss. Just gonna play it a bit safer and only use red Pikmin. Yeah, red Pikmin. See how easy it was with only red Pikmin? It really doesn't have that much HP anymore. It just dies too quickly. It's, in fact, probably one of the easiest bosses to deal with. There's stronger versions of Bulblax than this guy. It's kind of tragic. Anyway, we get another type of armor here. Can you guys guess what it's going to protect me from? I bet you can't. Forged Courage. This material is good. It gives us a Scorch Guard. Yes, protects us from fire. What do you know? We're in fact outright immune to it now. It doesn't just reduce damage, it just outright like gets rid of it. So now I can walk across fire springs just safely. Can't say the same for my Pikmin though. Oh, and I guess I'm protected against fire attacks too from some enemies. Anyway, you're not supposed to use blue Pikmin to get the treasure up there. You're supposed to use one of your captains after you got the Scorched Guard to see that this treasure is right over here, and you're supposed to use fire Pikmin to carry it back. I mean red Pikmin. Just calling them fire Pikmin, electric Pikmin. Some of that'll happen occasionally, just because of like their uses. Basically, you just throw your red Pikmin right here. Actually, it can pretty much be any color of Pikmin, really, because of the nature of fire springs, but you're supposed to use red Pikmin. You take your red Pikmin, and you just have them take this thing. You don't need that many, only 10. And only up to 15 Pikmin can carry the thing back anyway. If you're holding the Pikmin using A and you go in water, it does go into the water. It will start drowning. You can't like carry it across the pond safely. It doesn't work that way. You know what? I guess I'll show an example of blue Pikmin being useful in water here. So I throw a yellow Pikmin in here, and then I throw a blue. And it helps the Pikmin survive. See? Blue Pikmin can be useful. Not just there to be Bulblax food, they can save Pikmin while in the water. That has some use, maybe. Well, not really. I mean, I had to go out of my way to show that. Cave complete. And area complete because of this. I already paid off 70% of the depth. That's how fast we're working right now. I could potentially, if I was fast enough, get the depth completely paid off by the next day. But it's probably going to take 2 days, maybe even 3. Depends on how you guys vote. 70% of the depth recovered. And that's it for today. It was a pretty long day, had to be split into 3 parts, but it's just like, it just sets a precedent for how long days are going to be from now on. Yeah, I just showed the cutscene at the end there, because there's special music that plays when you're done with the area. It's kind of a neat touch. Anyway, today's report. It's basically going to show everything I got today, from the very start. Because this was day 6 after all. I mean, look at all the treasures I got. Kind of crazy. In total, I got 2,811 Pokos. Just in this day alone. Same amount of red Pikmin. Got only 18 blues. Ow. 45 purples, 34 whites, but I lost some yellows. So I guess next day I'm going to be doing lots more blues and a few more yellows. I want to have at least 100 of reds and yellows and blues out, after all. And I forgot to check the debts, unfortunately. But, well. Yeah, you always get this mail from the president once you get half the debt erased. Even if you somehow manage to get it like before he warns you about the black hole loan sharks, yeah, something like that. Anyway, that's it for the Awakening Wood. It's all complete, all flashy. Now, poll of the day: which area do you guys want me to go to next? We can go back to the Valley of Repose or to the Perplexing Pool. It doesn't really matter. It's your choices. It's difficult either way. It's roughly the same difficulty either way. So vote in the comment section below. Perplexing Pool or Valley of Repose? Vote now! But I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Bye-bye!